and welcome to day 24 of our brain health tips. We are doing 30 days of brain health tips, one tip a day. I'm Dr. Tatiana, a board certified chiropractic neurologist, and today our brain health tip is balance. It is really important for our brain's ability to continue to balance us. And literally that what I mean by is not letting us fall over or be wobbly or shaky. So it is important that we actually challenge ourselves in different ways. Of course, we want to do this in a safe way. We don't want to hurt ourselves, but we want to basically make sure that we can keep the parts of our brain that are responsible for helping us in balance to keep them nice and strong. So this is something where you can think of it almost like, exercising your brain to improve its function. So here we want to make sure that we can improve our balance ability. It's, the old saying, use it or lose it. So there's different ways that you can to do this. So something super easy, and of course I want to make sure you're safe when you're doing this. If you're not feeling comfortable in terms of just testing out your balance, then please do this when there's someone present to watch you so you don't fall and hurt yourself. Do not do this alone. And if you're just not comfortable at all, then don't do it at all, okay? But we want to make sure that, for example, if we're standing with our feet together, our eyes are open, and of course, there's nothing sharp where we could fall and hit our head or hurt ourselves. So please be safe, okay? But can you just keep your feet together? So your toes are your big toes are touching. Your heels, your ankles are touching. So your feet are together, okay? So not shoulder width apart, but literally together. And you're standing on a firm surface. Let's say your tile floor, for example. And, are you able to more or less keep yourself still with not wobbling, a lot? Okay. And there might be some just tiny little movements, but nothing too crazy. All right. So that's good. Then we want to make sure with your eyes open, what happens if you put one foot in front of the other, like you're walking a tightrope? So literally you're going to have, let's say, your right heel touch your left big toe, and you're going to keep everything in line and make sure your heels are not like kind of skewed or something, like everything's perfectly straight. Yeah. Now try that. And sometimes it's good just to put your hands on your hips when you do this. Eyes are opened again on a really firm surface. Okay. So test that out and see how you do there. Now, for some people, when they get to this level, this is where all of a sudden they might start to feel a little shaky. They, might have to put an arm out to kind of counterbalance and things like this. So if already at this stage you're sensing that you're like, whoa, this is feeling a little unbalanced, I'm not feeling as secure and stable. So that's giving you a pretty good indicator that you're going to want to work on your balance ability. And it's like a skill, any other type of exercise that you would need to do to improve, if you're working on your flexibility, if you're working on your overall muscle strength, here you're going to work on your balance ability. So if this is the case, then I'm going to encourage you to take note. Today's brain tip is to learn about the importance of balance, just to do kind of a simple assessment. And if you feel that your balance isn't quite where you want it to be, we definitely want to be doing certain exercises that are going to help us with this. And this is where you can reach out, perhaps to your physician, or even looking into doing something like Pilates or yoga, which has a lot of balance skills implemented within that work. And you're going to want to work on improving your balance abilities, because otherwise, if we don't, that means it's just not going to get better on its own. And as we get older, it's going to get a little worse. And this is where all of a sudden we can start having issues with falls and things like that. And it's really honestly preventable. So in terms of improving our brain function, we want to make sure we bump up these pathways, that our brain is comfortable and still able to tolerate, us, let's say, walking the tightrope. We're literally just on a solid surface, but we're pretending we're walking a tightrope, and it's able to still balance us in a very kind of midline way. All right. So go ahead and test yourself. Put your comments below. Let me know if you were able to do that tightrope balance, or if that was a challenge for you. And if so, please make sure to get some skills and acquisition around balance ability so you can bump up your brain's pathways in that regard. All right. I will see you tomorrow.